Hello and welcome to my little Lego corner where I this week made a bunch of islands. Now I've heard tell I should send some miners to these islands, and I think that's because most of these are volcanic islands, so there'll be plenty of valuable minerals for my miners to mine. I also think I should send some children. I hear they're cheap in labor. That's right, this week's challenge was trying to figure out how to make an island, and when I search on Go Google or YouTube, it seemed like most folks are just placing down plates in various form and in various amount of layers, which I also think is the right way to go. But how exactly do you make land features without it looking like a P. Diddy afterparty? I then, like lightning from Zeus, remember there's this game-changing idea. I even made a video about it myself using this box technique. And I think I'm gonna be using and abusing this trick until a duck and a goose gets a raven to convince a pigeon to peck at a swan. Just look at it, a couple of plates on a box and it already looks a lot better. And now I know a lot of you got busy lives and some of you are even thinking we're a minute in and he still hasn't shown me how to make an island. You start with a landing strip of studs around your water and place any mixture of curved and lopsided plates in any random order. The layers no more than 2 to 5 in height, and it looks alright. Now here's a trick how to decorate your island so it still looks quite decent. Plates can only get you that far. Now I made a lot of islands this week and I loved all the little mistakes that happened along the way. But now it's time to get into my top 5 and why. I mean, what worked and what really didn't work. Like this island makes good use of the cheese slices and the color of it almost makes it look like a mountain from far. It's just not smooth enough as I wanted it to be. And it looks a little bit dull. In 4th place, it's got a lot more steeper hills, so it kind of passes the volcanic shape test. Even though this one is less smooth than the previous example. But I do like the rough seas, and the volcanic smoke coming out of the top gives it a little bit more of an interesting look. 3 is a small step away from 4. I mean, the ash looks a little bit better, like it's blowing in the wind, and the slope is marginally smoother. But mostly the only reason why this one is a little bit better, cause it got beaches.
All good islands got beaches. Why are you saying it like that?
In 2nd place, I'm gonna have to give it to this map of islands. It's mostly because of the sea, how it's put together with these quarter flat tiles. It just reminds me of a Van Gogh. I say map of islands because I've added this northeast, west, south thing, what do you call it, a compass? I do like the detail how it spells out the directions. I don't know if you can tell. Now the actual islands on the other hand, they seem like they were drawn by a drunk and blind pirate who got told how the island looked by someone who wasn't there. 1st place prize I gotta give to this island right here. From the top view you can tell there's a river, there's mountain, rocks and beaches, there's a lot going on. And the side profile looks decent enough. I mean, you might even be convinced it's a Jurassic Park island. I think I might have built it a couple of bricks too tall though. But in conclusion, I think the best way to make an island is to decorate it with a lot of different variable bricks and techniques. Just all over the place, don't have it too similar, but be aware of the slope. So despite this being a 1st place, I'm still gonna give it about 5 out of 10. I could go higher, but then again, I could go lower. I also ventured a bit inland this week and built a couple of landscape builds. Like I like this one and how the road just cuts through the canyon. I also made a mining town, which I did mainly to practice my mountain building technique, which really is just mixing a whole bunch of sloped bricks together. So there's a wrong way to do this, but generally it's very close to the right way, so it's just about practice and trying different things. I do like my little mining cart here, and the actual townhouses are at a decent attempt. I even tried to make a Native American camp here, but it's not that I ran out of time, it's just I think I've moved on from islands now. And you can tell I really need to practice my landscaping builds, which is why I think starting with an island is a good idea. So I'm gonna jump back to that, and until next week, thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you later.